All right, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about some books that I would suggest that you own as Shopsmith users. And there is one that you may not be aware of that you might think, well, I've got all these books that Scott has in front of him, maybe, except for one. And especially now, since we're all kind of sitting on pins and needles waiting to find out if the Shopsmith company is going to be purchased and continued, or if it's going to get split up, or what the future is for us. I thought I'd mention this because, you know, there are people right now that are panic selling and panic buying Shopsmith equipment, and I don't think there's any need to panic. But there is a book here that you probably don't even know about, and especially if you're one of the people who are considering purchasing Shopsmith, a very interesting book you should be aware of. But the first kind of go-to that we've talked about for years is the Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone book. I own every edition of this. But for you, depending upon what generation of machine you own, whether you own the original 10E or 10ER, all the way through the Mark II, the Mark V, the Mark VII, that's a VII 7 from the 1960s, on up, there have been variations of this book. It was originally written by a man who went by his initials R.J. De Cristoforo. And he went on from publishing books like the Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone book to become the woodworking editor of Popular Science magazine. And he did that for many, many years. And this one happens to be a version that was produced for people that own the Mark V Model 500. So I mention this because depending upon what vintage of machine that you own, you're going to want to make sure that you get the correct vintage of Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone. In fact, here's one called Modern Power Tool Woodworking, which is for the 1960s Mark VII. So all of the examples here are from the Mark VII. The version I have here is one of the last versions of the book to feature the Mark V Model 500. So I think if I own a Model 500, this would be the one I'd want to get. Even if I own a 1950s Model 500, this would be a great one because it has the most current information that you could look for. That said, there's some pretty cool stuff shown in the original version of the Mark V manual and Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone that shows some techniques that later were determined to be maybe not entirely safe. So most of that have been eliminated, although some of those techniques and functions are kind of cool. So I'll leave that up to you whether you want to risk it. Now, then there's also the self-study course. Now, this was originally published as a correspondence course where you would sign up and then they would send you each lesson only after you completed and submitted a test. They eventually eliminated that and just put it all into one book. And you can see how thick this book is. They eventually made this much, much smaller, eliminating some things from the self-study course. But you can pick this up pretty readily on eBay. And there's been a new and revised version of this made by Stephen Draper, who has his own YouTube channel. I'll link to that down in the video description. If you want the newest, most up-to-date that incorporates examples of this model right here, the Model 520, or it's Mark V Model 520. So that's worth owning. Now, the last book I want to show you today is one, as I mentioned, that you probably don't own, and especially if you're thinking about possibly buying the company. And that is How to Write a Winning Business Plan. Now, you might think, why would I need a book on how to write a winning business plan? Well, the reason why is, and I've written it on here, beginning on page 207, is the actual business plan that was written by and submitted by John Folkerth when he bought the company out of bankruptcy in the early 1970s. The entire business plan, talking about the history of the company, the individuals that were polled, the actual number of units that were sold and at what price over the years. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. And it talks about his plan, John's plan, for what ultimately became the retail stores. He was calling them the Shopsmith Craft Centers back in the day. Really a fascinating read. And with this, not only would a Shopsmith enthusiast, like most of us, learn more about the history of the company and the players that were involved, but if you're considering making an offer on the company, some of the ideas contained within this might be helpful to you. I'm going to link to these on Amazon in the video description, but you can find these used on eBay. Sometimes some of these will pop up at thriftbooks.com and a few other places. So keep your eye out for all of these. I would encourage any Shopsmith owner to own the Power Tool Woodworking for Everyone book, the manual for your particular model, the self-study course, either the new one from Stephen or an old one. And if you just want to get down into the weird nitty-gritty stuff, check out this book. So, back home, ready to get back in the shop, but that's all I have for this one. Look forward to hearing from you, and make it a great day.